how do you, so the person from the inside has to disengage the night lock, is that,
Yes,
do I have it right?
Yes.
Okay, so, you close the door and you get the night lock, and then what happens? Did you see anything in the hallway as you approached your door?
No, I didn't. I shut the door. I can hear that door shutting. It's completely silent. And I grab the night lock. And I look down at it, because depending on which way your door opens, depends on how it goes into the door. And I see in my peripheral vision some movement, and so I look up, and in that moment, I see someone wearing dark, baggy clothes.
And are you seeing him through that window right there?
Yes, it's
Okay.
through.
You describe the person.
The individual is wearing a hoodie, baggy clothes, a mask, and there was a skull cap on, or
So were any parts of this individual's face visible?
I did not see any part. I mean, only his eyes, and he was wearing glasses.
Okay. Had you ever seen this person before?
No.
All right. And when you looked through the door, where was this person? How was he faced? Was he facing you? Was he to the side?
At the moment that I locked eyes with him, we were standing square to one another.
Okay. Tell the jury about locking eyes with him and what you saw.
So I lock eyes with this person, and I see some movement coming from the side of him, and I realize that he's raising a gun to me. I remember thinking in my head, there's no orange tip on that gun.
What does that mean?
I had heard somewhere in my past that BB guns have an orange tip, and my body reacted, and I jumped to the side.
You're
Yes.
motioning that you jumped to the right.
I jumped to the right, so I'm jumping this way in the room.
And at this point, the door's closed.
The door is closed, yes.
Is there a window on the other side of this door, or just what
No,
we see?
just
Okay.
what you see.
All right. You jump to the right, and then what happens?
I'm turning and I'm jumping to the right, and then I feel my shoulder move back. It feels like I've been stung by hot water.
Okay, you're pointing to something.
Yeah, on my arm.
On your left arm.
Yes.
Okay. At this point, did you manage to get the night lock in already?
No, the night lock's in my hand.
So he could have just opened the door.
The door was locked.
Okay.
Like the lock was
Okay.
on it, right? I look behind me, and you can see the bullet hole in the glass leading out to the courtyard. And in my head, I remember thinking, a BB gun can't do that. The instinct in my body was that I had to barricade this door. But I'm afraid to go back to the door to put the night lock in.
Okay, I'm sorry, Ma, I have to stop you for a second. After you locked eyes and you see a gun, do you hear anything?
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh, well, sorry.
That's okay.
It's totally silent in the hallway, but I do hear 3 loud pops. You could feel the force coming, the way the door hit. It was very forceful, but the sound did not match the force.
What do you mean by that?
It was higher pitched than the power of what was happening through that door.
When you jumped to the side, you said then you looked and saw the bullet hole, and then what did you do next?
There was a filing cabinet over on this side of the door against the wall, and so it's a longer one, and so I grab it and I'm trying to move it, and I'm realizing I can't move it, but I know I have to get back and barricade that door.
Okay. You were shot that day.
I was.
Okay. And can you tell the jury and show the jury where you were shot?
Yeah. I'm gonna remove this.
Yes.
Is that okay?
You can step down if you want to. It's okay.
Okay. So, you can see it's kind of like on the back side of the arm. It's not straightforward. Like, you can't see the scar when I'm standing straight forward. So he caught me when I'm jumping on this side. He catches me.
And are there
There's
two?
an entrance and an exit wound, and the line in the middle is where the bullet cauterized my flesh.
When you were trying to move the filing cabinet, at this point, did you,
I'm okay.
did you know you were shot?
I did not, no.
Okay. Were you feeling anything physically?
No. There was nothing physical. I was so focused on, I have to barricade this door. And when I realized I couldn't move that filing cabinet, I still had the nightlock in my hand. And so I got down on my hands and knees, and I crawled the length of the door, and I dropped the nightlock in. And it made like tink sound when it hit the ground. And then I went.
Talk to me about why do you say that it made a sound? Was that significant to you?
The only thing that I have to go on right now is what's happening in my space and what are my senses telling me. It just sticks.
Was there anything, could you see, smell, or hear anything else outside of your door?
There was a smell of a cap, like a cap gun might have smelled like. But I'm not going back towards the window, right? I'm just dropping that in. And then I grab the rolling cart, which is also against that back wall, and I push it, and that's what you see in front of the door.
So that piece of furniture is the rolling cart?
Yes.
Okay, and you could move that?
Yeah, it was really easy to move. It was just a push.
Okay. At this point, did you know you were shot?
No.
Okay, what happens next?
I'm concerned that he's gonna come back around to those windows. So I know that I need to hide in that room.
When you say those windows, the front ones or the back ones?
The back ones.
Okay.
In the back. So I've barricaded the door. I'm trying to make myself invisible in that space. So I go back to that large filing cabinet. I move it just enough so that I can crawl behind it.
And we can't see that here because it's to the left. So would you be able to see, would somebody looking in the window next to the door be able to see you?
No, the cabinet was quite large and it was wide. They would not have been able to see me behind that cabinet.
Okay. At this point, did you realize you had been shot?
I knew I could start to feel blood rolling down my arm. And
What kind
I
of
don't think I was admitting that I was shot, right? It's not it was so far out of what I knew to be what happens. And so I just knew that if I was bleeding, I had to put a tourniquet on. But I can't get back to that bag that has medical supplies in it. So I removed my cardigan that I was wearing that day. And I used one of the sleeves to tie around my arm. I put part of it in my mouth and the other part in my hand, and I just tightened it around my upper arm.
Were you feeling any pain at this point?
No.